SmartTSXL is an extremely powerful solution used to find, understand, and analyze source code, databases, and documents located anywhere in an organization. SmartTSXL users research and resolve issues quickly and efficiently. It's completely web-based and easy to use. SmartTSXL is menu-driven and has an intuitive interface with a familiar feel, making it ideal for enterprise-wide use. In this demo, we'll cover some of the most common uses reported to us by SmartTSXL users worldwide. From speaking to our clients, we've learned that finding error messages in millions upon millions of lines of code can be both time-consuming and challenging. SmartTSXL addresses both of these concerns. Let's say you get an error message in the middle of the night that simply read, "Invalid user ID." You can go to SmartTSXL and put "invalid user ID" in the search box. You have the option to limit your search to specific languages or parts of code, but because you want to know everywhere this error message has been coded, you can just let it search everything. This particular string was found on the AS400, mainframe, and Unix, and was found in 4 different programming languages. You can use these search insights to better understand your results. This particular insight will filter the results list. This one draws a one-level cross-reference diagram showing direct program dependencies. Users also have the ability to annotate code, which is beneficial when documenting business rules, facilitating team collaboration, and in cases like this, documenting an error message to provide additional information. When you searched everything, what exactly was searched? If you click on the inventory menu item, you can see what is loaded in your SmartTSXL system. SmartTSXL supports anything the human eye can read. In this demo system, you'll notice a little bit of information from all of the known programming languages and databases, as well as some homegrown languages that we've taught SmartTSXL to understand. Because all textual assets are supported, clicking on the Documents tab shows the document type information, whether it's PDFs, spreadsheets, Visio flowcharts, or any other non-code asset. Because it offers the ability to quickly search all of these different types of information simultaneously, SmartTSXL offers multiple benefits for a variety of projects. If you were modernizing your billing system, how would you go about finding out the impact of making all the necessary changes to the system? You might start with one of the most widely used programs. In this case, it's COBOL member TTC095. You know you have to change it, but before you do, you may want to understand what all it touches and what touches it. As you can see from the results, it searched all of the information and quickly found the module mentioned 98 times in 61 different programs. Clicking on the number in the hits column will draw your focus to the lines of code that contain your criteria. Clicking on the program name opens the program in the viewing pane. You can follow any hyperlink and research and analyze supporting code components. Or you can formulate a bidirectional cross-reference report. If you click on the plus sign, you can keep drilling down to see the ripple effect of a change to your initial program. If you hover over the line, you can see the line or lines of code that make the reference. If you click on the Reference By tab, you can see what programs are referencing your program. These modules might also be impacted by a change to your program. What's interesting is that you found trouble ticket information, a flowchart, and other documentation that reference your module, and you can view those items for additional possibly beneficial information. You can export this cross-reference report for viewing at a later time. Once you're finished, you can close this tab and go back to your search results for additional research and analysis. On a team level, it may be helpful to provide this list of programs to other members of your team. You can export the list and present it for better understanding of the project scope. If you want to narrow it down and again focus on just the lines of code that may need to be changed, you can run an all hits report. This report automatically lets you see only the lines of code that contain your criteria. You can export this report and share it with team members as well. As you know, projects and priorities can change on a daily basis. You've now been tasked with changing the field length of certain fields related to your program. Because you know all of these programs are related to TTC 095, you can click on Search Within to limit your search to this result set. One of the fields that you have to change is DX Auto Assign. If you weren't sure of the field name or wanted to capture multiple fields in one search, you could use wildcards like this. This type of search will find any field that starts with DX that is found in the 5 words before the pick X clause for any field length. Being able to search for criteria in relationship to its distance or proximity from other criteria is beneficial for tasks like this. Once you've found a program with your field, you can highlight a word or section and annotate the text for enhanced collaboration with team members, like we saw earlier. Because you know you want to first focus on DX Auto Assign, you can modify your search to only search for that field. Before you make changes to this field, you may want to track its movement. You can do this using the COBOL Field Tracker. One way to do this is to simply highlight the field and select Track Field from the options. From here, you can track another field if desired. This report can be exported as well for further review and analysis. Once you've finished that task, you want to return to impact analysis of the TTC 095 program. Go to the History menu drop-down and select from your previous searches to repeat it. Now that you've got your results again, you want to see how those programs that are all related to TTC 095 work together. The Search Results XREF will draw a diagram showing how the selected programs work together as a unit. It can be expanded to include intermediary programs for more in-depth impact analysis. You can select or deselect different types of information to change the focus of this report. You can export it for sharing with your team. Now that you understand how your program fits into the bigger picture, you may want to look at the program and understand the logic flow of this single member. One of the ways to do this is by clicking on this icon to the right of the module name. The initial view shows section headings. However, you can select the paragraphs or sections you wish to review and change it to Business Rules View so that you can see the program logic. You can also change it to Detailed View to see all of the lines of code in the selected paragraphs. If you look at the legend and turn on the details, you can see the actual lines of code on the diagram itself. Switching to the Source Code tab allows for interactivity between the diagram and the lines of code. Clicking on the diagram will take you to the line of code, and clicking on the line of code will take you to that place in the diagram. This report can be exported as well. If you go back to the search results, you'll see another unique feature included for COBOL. SmartTSXL provides a runtime view of COBOL modules by expanding copybooks or includes in stream. JCL is also expanded to give a runtime view of jobs. Since you know that you're only interested in JCL, you can toggle off Search Everything. This opens up a dialog box allowing you to select from individual data types, languages, or search groups. You can select your expanded JCL data type, which limits your search only to this particular data set. Here you can see procs, parms, symbolic substitutions, overrides, all of the related components to JCL that are executed at runtime. Let's switch gears and discuss a few other organizational priorities. Security is extremely important when dealing with all of the information from multiple platforms and departments. SmartTSXL supports Active Directory security, RACF, and it has its own built-in security that can be layered onto those to provide enhanced protection of sensitive information. For this part of the demonstration, we'll use one of the saved search filters. These filters allow you to save common settings, including data types to search within, for quick recall and less repetition when using the SmartTSXL technology. Now that your filter is selected, you'll perform a search for exec-CICS. If you look at the All Hits report, you see that the payroll code is not visible because you don't have access to that code outside of SmartTSXL. If you click on one of the programs that you have access to and perform a cross-reference on the member, the security settings still prevent you from accessing sensitive information that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to see. Part of the power in the SmartTSXL technology is that it can make the connections between languages on different platforms to provide accurate impact analysis. Using that same security filter, let's look at how SmartTSXL bridges the gap between platforms using middleware like MQ, or in this case, TIBCO. This type of search will find all of the programs in the selected data types contained in your filter. Using the dashboard, you can filter the list to the payroll TIBCO snippets. If you perform a cross-reference of the TIBCO test module, you can see from Java to JCL through TIBCO. If you open the JCL member, you can see it's executing a COBOL program. When you cross-reference this module, you get additional information, but still can't see connections on different platforms that are otherwise not visible or available to you, but are important when understanding the true impact of making changes. We'll take a look at a couple more things before we wrap this up. One of the projects that our clients are focused on is finding dead code in the form of orphan modules. Once all of the enterprise information from all of the platforms and systems is loaded into SmartTS Excel, you can run a report that shows the orphan modules. Go to the Reports menu option and select Orphans from the drop-down menu. You can select one or multiple data types. For this example, we'll select the consumer applications. Once you know you have the list of orphan modules, you can save or print it for dissemination, verification, and system cleanup. The last example that we'll cover today is beneficial for departments that are outside of IT. As a SmartTS Excel user, you can search the metadata of any information loaded. To see what metadata fields are available, you can select fields and either scroll down or filter the list. Once you select a metadata field, SmartTS Excel builds the search for you using the correct syntax, so all you have to do is enter the criteria. What you found was a list of all of the documents where S. Mavis is the author. If you want, you can modify this search and add criteria to narrow your focus and find exactly what you're looking for. Human resources and legal departments, along with all other company associates, can use SmartTS Excel to search shared drives containing valuable company information and quickly find relevant information to assist with their job duties. With the inherent security settings, there's no worry on the information getting into the wrong hands. Tasks related to e-discovery, compliance, and electronic repository analysis are now completed faster by an easily accessible and more robust search and analysis solution. For more information, visit our website www.in-com or call us at 214-774-2284. SmartTS Excel is superior in its ability to search and cross-reference information across applications, across languages, and across platforms. It supports all assets in the company, making it the ideal solution for the entire enterprise.